got a little bit of a quandary. I've got these 3 girls still shut in. They're all, I'm completely convinced, carrying a calf. But they're all, I'm now becoming equally convinced, in no hurry to drop that calf. So do I keep them in? That was the plan, to keep them in. And if it was only a week or so, that wasn't a bad plan. But if that week or so is going to turn into 4 or 5 weeks, then I got a problem. Because I need this barn cleaned out. We're hay-making soon, and I need somewhere to put my crop. And some of it's got to come in here. So they got to move. So do I move them in, or do I move them out? Dexters are one of those breeds of cattle that you can normally just let them get on with it. They'll just do it. They'll look after themselves. They don't have problems with their feet. They don't have problems with their teeth. They rarely have problems with their udders. They rarely have problems at all. And when it comes to calving, most of the time, they just get on with it. Unlike the 2 or 3 little heifers that weren't supposed to go to the bull and we had to help out a little bit with calves. Very rare I have to get involved with calving. And I think those little bitty animals have made me nervous and have maybe altered my decision-making process as to what to do with these guys. Bearing in mind we had a calf born outside last week, didn't even know it was due. It was a surprise calf, so we've got one back. I am kind of now erring on letting these guys out. And if they have their calf, they have it outside. It just means I have to be that bit more vigilant, which doesn't matter, it doesn't hurt. That bit more vigilant on keeping an eye on what they're doing. And if suddenly there's a calf with no ear tags, and then getting them in and tagging them, and it's all doable. It's just, I got this horrible inkling that it's all gonna happen the same day I put the mower on. End of the month. But you know, I can't change what's set in motion. I can't change. I just got to roll with it. So I think that's what's going to happen. I feel guilty keeping these 3 shut in. They really don't want to be in here, do you? Eh? You don't want to be in here. They're good, healthy, young mums to be. They're better off outside. It just means I've got to be a bit more vigilant. Let's let them out. Right, you ready for this? Hey, how are you? I'm all set up for you to go around there. Go on then. Round you go. Go on. Keep going. Keep going. I think she's first. Go on. I'm really hoping I do not regret this decision, but right now it's the one that makes the most sense. Done it now. There you go. Freedom. You're going to have a fight for 10 minutes and then you can sort yourselves out. Right then, everybody keep an eye out for new calves because it's going to happen. All I want now is that lot to go out and then I can grab that bit of hay in there and chuck it in there then I can start mucking out. Cool, blimey. I'm glad I heard the notification for that one. Head department had an urgent email from trouser department, and the heading on the email was emergency, action required right now. Opened the email and it said, get to the house now. You have 25 seconds. I made it in 24. So I think I need to get changed. Okay, well, in my brief but sudden absence, everybody has gone outside, which suits me down to the ground because I can go and close some gates and then I can shovel some of that stuff. Yeah, everybody's out of there and everybody's out of there. Right, I've actually only got to shut one gate. Brilliant. So they've chewed a lot of that off. So I may give them another day on that, and then I'll open the next paddock and they can chew the next one off for over a couple of days, and then I'll give them the next paddock and they can chew that off over a couple of days. So yeah, by the end of the week this should be, well, chewed off. So we don't need that there anymore, do we? Can I get that out of there? Okay, right. They made a bit of a mess of the strap, but it will still work. Plenty of juice. We're good to go. These round the other side because I do want to power wash this lot off, so no point moving them twice. Right, before I take the spikes off, I think I'll just move those dozen bales of straw. left it out with a gap to remind me that it's a short bale. Oh, it's the window. Right, just got to pull the pin. Barrier now. Like that. Right. That one's slack. This should be fairly straightforward now, as long as it doesn't fall over. Like it wants to. Just stay there. Stay. Yeah, this is a 15-foot barrier and it's a 15-foot gap in the door, so I have to wiggle it through a bit. I have to come at a bit of an angle, and that bale's right in the way. Pushed it out of the way. Alright. Added to the list of things to be steam cleaned off. Okay, so can I get that bale? With a bucket and out with the 5H1T right after I've had my 11s. That's it, we'll have the wet end up. I think that's what you call an extended coffee break. Yeah, I've had visitors, so I'm going to come out and get a bit done before lunchtime, but yeah, whole like hour and a half of getting nothing flipping done. So, right. Anyway, I've set myself a task of getting this all out today. So this is today's job. So provided I complete this job, and I've got until 10 o'clock tonight, there's no reason why I shouldn't get all the muck out. I won't get any pressure washing done today, but all the muck out, and probably that tank as well. Shall we? sharp bit of wood. That's the way to do it. Okay, we are nearly there. We've got 99.9 something% of it out. Just gonna now take the water tank out. Then I can muck out that corner there, scratch everything else out away from the walls, get everything put tidy. Not gonna get the pressure washer out today. That may actually end up being a rainy day job, either for me or for one of the guys, because I've got volunteers out there. I said, oh, we'll come and do that. That's a job they would happily do, so it's not something I'm particularly looking forward to. So yeah, either myself or one of the guys will come in here, power wash all the walls down. We'll have a go at steaming the floor. Don't know if that's going to work, to be honest. But the idea is we turn the heat right up on the steam cleaner and the pressure right down, and then we just basically steam the floor. Apparently, if I take the nozzle off, someone's told me if I take the nozzle off the pressure washer, it will come out just as steam. Well, that may work better, or just get a really big open nozzle. That may work better. I don't need pressure. I'm not trying to wash the floor. What I want to do is I want to cook the floor. I want to cook anything, any bugs in here. I just want to kill them. So yeah, it might be just a case of a big wide fan nozzle. Well, I can probably get that from our local guy down here, or if the worst comes to worst, I might find an old jet and modify it with a hacksaw or a grinder or something, just to make that nozzle a bit wider. And literally, I don't want the pressure, I want the heat. So right, let's have the tank out, and then we'll have those blocks out, and then we can just have a scratch around and get the last of this off the floor. I'll come in at a slight angle. Get on there. Let's turn the water off. I'm almost there. It's literally just that tab stopping it. Okay. I forgot. Tap's over there. I know, strange place to have a tap for the tank at the absolute opposite corner of the barn, but that's where it is. Stay there for now. Right, let's go and empty this thing out. Right, might as well go right over any. That'll do. Right, blocks out, last bit of muck out, and that's that done. Come back in with a shovel, cup of tea, then I'll come back in with a shovel. So you may have noticed the trend with this channel, even when the cattle are out, it's still dealing with excrement. That's my life, is messing around, shoveling 5H1T from here to there. So, yeah. Joys of livestock.
I thought I'd do it then, have a cup of tea.
Right, well, like I said, I'm never going to get every last spot of it because it's a stone floor, but I reckon I got pretty much as you can without getting on your hands and knees with a trowel and a brush. So, and this isn't Time Team, so right, as the gate's all folded back, I forgot that was a 15-foot gate in there, so I actually need to replace that for a 14-foot gate. So don't think I've got another 14-foot, but yeah, job done. Now I'll go and have a cup of tea. Look at all that space. Almost an echo in there now. All I can say is you should see the other guy, because he's dead. Although he was a lot smaller than me. So yeah, guys were going 10 to 5, and all of a sudden Ewan starts flapping around, blooming honeybee, one of the honeybees that lives down there. I don't know what it is. Just occasionally you'll get one aggressive bugger, and he was being chased up and down the yard. Chased him in his car. He thought he'd got away until he found out the bee had got in the car with him. So he's flapping about in the car. I stood out here grinning at him. I said, like, open the door. So he opened the door. Bee comes out. He shuts the door. I say, you're safe. The bee is outside. He can't get you. The next thing is, bang! Bee had me right on me eyelid. So yeah, whereupon I grabbed him, killed him. He's on the floor down there somewhere, just on the floor, and then said to you and said, well, you better go. I'm going in, put a cold towel on my face and see if I can find some antihistamine, which we haven't got any. So Mrs. P has gone to Wotton now. She was going to Wotton anyway. She's going to pop in the chemist's and get me something to go on that, because it is swelling up a little bit. But I think part of the reason with that is he'd left this sting in there. And it was well and truly in there, because Holly goes, the sting's still in there, Dad. I'll get me tweezers. And you know, when she caught hold of that sting and pulled it out, I could actually feel it pulling on my eyelid. So anyway, as far as the fight goes, I won, because I was still alive. The bee is very, very dead. I killed him very, very dead. I'm not having no. But yeah, I didn't get away completely unscathed. I have been nailed, so, and it is a bit tender, so not quite sure. I don't think it's going to stop me sleeping tonight, but yeah, it's like being thumped in the eye with a, you know, knuckle duster. Actually, no, that'll probably hurt more, but yeah. So honeybees, wonderful creatures. We cannot survive without them, although there are one or two that we can do without. So anyway, that's the end of the video. I was going to go on and do some more down the barn tonight, but I've kind of gone off the idea of doing anything much more now, because I've just gone off the idea. So hopefully I'll be back tomorrow, possibly with a shiner, but at least you know why. Yeah, and if you see my Instagram, I might put a if it's worthy of sharing, I might put a picture of this on my Instagram and just say I've been hit by a bee. Don't worry, you know, I haven't been mugged or something. So, well, I was mugged, but it was by a bee. I'll see you tomorrow.